Bob Nip. We're from PE.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're recording me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Molo.
Malam sana.
Akwas. That's Molo.
Oh, okay, okay.
Unjani namslanje.
The right sana.
Mirenetse is the same as Unjani namslanje.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you will reply by saying India plena makunto.
India plan.
I will reply by saying Kaikea Kankan.
Okay, okay. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Now I'm good and you.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you greet. You have to.
Yeah, let me explain. This greeting, it brings blood to blood. Your pulse is most here.
Okay.
So it brings two people together with blood now.
Okay.
By bringing my heart to your heart, I'm going to show you the full greeting actually.
Okay.
By bringing your heart to my heart like this, it shows we are one now.
Oh, okay.
And then on this side, it shows you watch my back, I watch your back.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay.
we bond, we are one.
Oh, okay.
It's a poison brotherly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Each culture, if you go to New Zealand, they greet like this with the nose.
Oh, okay. So what does this mean?
Yeah. You see the crosses here?
Yes, like
Yes.
funeral,
Yeah.
like a cemetery.
Yeah, like a cemetery.
Yes.
We are from PE, specifically the northern areas.
Yes.
We live currently like a cemetery. There were 75 youth that died, that was murdered within 6 months. 75 youth through the barrel of a gun because of gangsterism. Some of them doesn't even reach your age. They are 16, 17, 18, 19. The latest one was this morning, 22 years old. Was shot and killed in his mother's house this morning. You will see also we have black crosses here. Those black crosses symbolizes, we have 5 of them somewhere here. Those 5 represent the 5 youth that was killed and murdered because of the gangsterism in our areas.
Oh, okay.
Now, 3 of those 5 was eyewitnesses to a crime. They were shot and killed. The coffin that we have here, this is the NPL, Member of Parliament of Legislature.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. He sleep in the coffin.
Yeah.
Oh, now you pause now. Yeah. He slept 2 nights already, gonna sleep again tonight. And he's gonna sleep there until our cry is heard here. So if it's going to be another week, he will sleep there for another week. I'm just busy doing my brother now, so you can record at the same time while I explain to him. So that coffin symbolizes the state that we are currently in within the northern areas. Honorable Christian Martin sleeps in the coffin. He sleeps very uncomfortable. It inconveniences him. That is how our lives are currently within the northern areas. 75 died within 6 months because of gangsterism. The 5 black crosses is the ones that died 5 in 5 days. We have 7 now who died in 7 days. It's bad. Now we didn't come from PE to explain to the Premier that we have a problem. No, we are past the problem stage. It's a crisis now. Because the coffin symbolizes death. We are like people living in a coffin. We can go underground anytime. People say you must rest in peace during funerals. We don't only want to rest in peace. We want to work in peace. We want to go to work in peace. Our children must go to school in peace. They must play in peace. They must live in peace. Their future must be peaceful. Currently, it's a turmoil. It's a crisis. So we bring the message to the office of the government. We cannot live like this in the northern areas. It's a crisis.
So do you want more police to?
The nice thing about that question is, we are going to tell the Premier, it's not you who are killing our people. It's our own who are killing our own. We want to come to the table and work together to solve this problem. Because this problem now can be identified as a self-inflicted disease. We just want, remember now, if you read, many years ago, our Xhosa leaders and our Khoi leaders, they work together. We want to work together to solve this problem. The crisis. We want the minister back in Thailand to come there
Is it because of the social environment, unemployment?
I, as a
or-
cultural leader, believe where this problem originated from has something to do with the identity. We are called colours, and we're not colours. We are descendants of the first indigenous people of Southern Africa, which is the Khoi and the San. Now, currently, our people, they have identity crisis. If you don't know who you are, you'll forever be lost. So currently, our young people are lost because they want to be someone else that they are not. Remember, colored, the term colored was introduced from the operations of slavery. So currently, if you identify yourself as a colored, you must understand that coloredness has a link to slavery. So if you say you are a colored, you must understand where it comes from. You're a slave.
So does the community all agree that they are not colored? Or is it those who are more conscious than the others who say we are Khoi and others are comfortable being called colored?
I like that question. Are you a student?
Yes.
What are you studying?
I studied engineering.
Engineering.
Yes.
So when it comes to questions of engineering, you should be able to answer them
Yes.
because you study in that field.
Yes.
The information that you have in here, you put it there. The information that we currently have in our areas, so-called colored people, it was software that was downloaded from the colonial apartheid regime. So in their minds, they believe that they are coloreds. You have to understand the package that comes with the term is confusion, is identity crisis, is a lot of other things. Remember, the reason why we were dispossessed of our identity was to dispossess us, number one, of who we are, from our land, our legacy, and our culture, and our language that goes together. Now, if you identify yourself as I'm not a colored, you will discover who you are. We as a people, Africans, we have this concept which is called Ubuntu. There is a saying that says, Umuntu, Umuntu, Ngabantu. I am a person because of you.
Yes.
You will not kill someone else because you don't want to be killed. You respect someone else because you want to be respected.
Yes.
So there's a culture that is currently existing within the minds of our people in PE. And that culture has nothing to do with who we are. It is software that was downloaded by the colonialism. And that software includes divide and rule. Divide the people and rule them. So currently what is happening within the northern areas is our people doesn't know who they are. We have to come to that point where you understand you're a human being. You can't see another person as an animal, for lack of a better word. Because now they get hunted now.
By others.
How can you be a hunter and they become the hunted?
Is it this a national movement? Like you get the same thing in the Cape Flats where you have gangsterism, and is it the same thing or is it different situations there? They're fighting for something else, but northern areas in PE are fighting for something else, and elsewhere they're fighting for
The results of gangsterism
Joburg.
result into death. The result of gangsterism
Yes.
result into death. There's killings happening all over the world.
Yes, yes,
It's a universal phenomenon.
yes,
It happens.
yes.
We as cultural leaders within the northern areas, we are saying enough is enough. We cannot sit back and see how our people live in fear. Remember I said 3 of the young boys that was killed in the 5 days, those Black Crosses,
Yes.
they were eyewitnesses to a crime. They saw how someone was killed. Because they saw, not because they talk, because they saw, they also became as stats. They were also killed just because they saw. So what's going to happen now is people will be scared even to look at something.
Mm.
So if they see something, they
Just turn it back.
that is the condition that our people are currently living in. And I'm not going to speak on behalf of Cape Town.
Okay.
I speak on behalf of the northern areas. What is currently happening there,
Okay.
it become a crisis, not a problem anymore. And we as a people supposed to stand together and fight this thing until we enjoy the freedom.
So you believe it needs a political intervention or the security intervention?
Then the nice thing about this whole setup here,
Yes.
I'm a Korana chief. This is a Nama chief. He's an
Okay.
MPL, Member of Parliament of Legislature.
Yes. From here.
Yeah. We're working together, side by side. The Freedom Charter put it so nicely. We as a people who believe in this will fight. You see, this is a crisis now. So we will fight this crisis side by side. Community, politicians, private sector. We must come together and fight side by side until we see the freedom and the liberty.
So how long are you going to be here?
Sir, as long as it takes.
Oh.
We are going to see the premier on Tuesday.
So you're gonna be here until Tuesday?
No. We've decided we're going to wait here for the minister.
Of police.
Yeah. So if the minister don't come on Wednesday, if he don't come on Thursday, if he don't come on Friday, if he don't come on Saturday, we will wait here.
Let me put it.
Is it the same group? Is it the same?
I want
I
to
saw
get
you
in there.
in
I want to
Joburg.
get in there. Let me get to this point. What we have done is December, Papa. December, we as the Khoisan people were at the Union Building.
Yeah, I saw you in
When
a
I
small
landed there on the 4th, I thought I'm going to come back the weekend, like the question you are asking. It ended up I was there from the 4th till the 24th. You see?
Yes.
And then we fasted, not eating for 17 days to make our point. On the 24th, the president of the country now, whom were the deputy president, came to fetch our memorandum. The thing is, where there's no sacrifice,
Yeah, they will never appear as.
there will be no victory.
Yes.
It's a spiritual thing. It's just like that. Even in the flesh, the sacrifice of a mother to become a mother is the sacrifice of giving birth, which is pain like death. You see? So we are going to be here until we get a resolve on the matter.
So when you handed over the memorandum to the president, did he have any timelines? Has he attended to any of those
He
things?
attended to all of them.
Is it?
One, we went there for the language question. We were at the rollout of the language question in the Northern Cape. Nama
Yes.
were piloted at Rimfasman in the northern areas. We went there to be recognized the same way the Ngunis are recognized as chiefs. There's a bill as we speak. The final negotiating bill was done last month, end of October. 3, the land question. How can you be a chief but you don't have land? The land question are being addressed as we speak. So these things have been addressed by the president. The other one is not being called colored, because we are not coloreds. You give a dog a name. You don't give a human being a name. God give human beings names through nations. We are the Khoi and the San. We are first indigenous. Khoi Khoi means human. You are Khoi because you are human. You understand? So that's why we say even that we have what's his name, appeal to the DG, you know, who have to do with stats, SADG.
So that it can
By
secretary.
by 2021, the new census is going to come out, and we will get an opportunity for the first time to say who we are, and not who other people decide we are. So the 4 has been addressed. Now is the self-inflicted killing of ourselves, a genocide I call it. And we are asking to the Premier and to the country, as per the Constitution, we innocent citizens of the northern areas, Nelson Mandela Metro, have a right for protection and safety.
So when it comes to land, do you want the land around the northern areas, or you also want land which is like farmland, or do you want to move towards even this part, the eastern part of the Eastern Cape, if we're talking about Eastern Cape.
Remember, when it comes to land, we as the Khoi and the Sen were the first to welcome people to our land. And because of our over-hospitality, we have nothing to do. Not even a yard.
Generosity.
So generosity can be a bad thing. Eh? So all that we are saying is that no, we want to be part of expropriation. We don't want to be treated special. We want to be treated fair. We want to be treated equal. So we don't make claims that is unrealistic. Like KwaZulu Natal, the king wants 30% of everything. We're supposed to say that as the Khoi and the Sen. You must remember, in good ABET means adult education, adult basic education and training.
Yes.
Now let me give you some to demonstrate to you. We were first here, although you know it. When the Ngunis came from the north, the Xhosa people came here. The first people they met was the Khoi people. You know why? Because the Khoi give the name to the Xhosa. Xhosa. Xhosa in Khoi means angry people.
So we're angry.
No. When they came down, they came with war and anger. So remember, it's like, here comes people, ne? And then I can say friendly people. I can say these people in my language. But when they came down with war, remember, we didn't vote then. We went into war for what you want to have. So we warned each other to say, angry people, Xhosas are coming. And they kept to that name, Xhosa. Go Google, do a pure Google search.
Yes,
what meaning of Xhosa? Just put that in.
So your key points as the northern areas is crime, is cultural issues, language issues, and what else?
Yeah.
And land.
Remember, that is the issues culturally.
Okay.
At the moment, we have socio-economic issues.
Okay.
Unemployment is rife. Let's take yourself. The party I belong to in the strategy and tactics says African black. Amela, African black is all the Ngunis in Khoi and Sen.
Yes.
At the moment, those who benefit are only the Ngunis and not the Khoi and the Sen. It's a reality. I'm sitting.
Isn't because of the numbers? You are too few.
But it makes it worse what you are saying. That means the few should have been accommodated long time ago. Then you take most all. Isn't it like that? It's like, let's take the equity. Equity talks about fairness. Equity talks about addressing transformation and the inequalities that took place. If you are saying I'm an African black, it means there should be levels to say that 30%, 10%, 4%, 3%. If I tell you, you never touch at my 3% and your 40% is exhausted and you're chowing into my 3% which don't exist, is it fair? It can't be. No, that's what is happening now.
But don't you think if Ngunis are 10 and you are 2, or let's say you are 3, and the government takes care of 5 Ngunis and 1 a Khoi, that's fair because of the proportion.
Listen, let me explain you something. You're a student and you must remember these words I'm telling you now.
Okay.
In reality, you get truth and fact. What you just explained now is your truth. It's yours. The fact is, government out of 6, government say 5 for Nguni, 1 for Khoi. That's the fact. Government says that. The truth is, government give 5 to Nguni and take the Khoi's 1 also. That's the fact.
But don't you think, I heard on the news that your agenda for either land and also issues of equity are now also been driven by groups like AfriForum. You've surrendered some parts to AfriForum to take your struggles forward.
Let me come in. It's a very important point that you are raising now. You see, what we must do is, let's look at amongst the African people. You get ANC that are driven by certain aspects. You get EFF.
Yes.
You get Inkatha. I can call all these names. It's the same within us.
Yes.
I'm an ANC group, man. I can't be with every forum. Every forum is the right wing of all these political parties like DP, DA, NNP, and you understand? It's a right wing of that thing. So the point I'm making is within the Khoi and the San people, there's that challenge of having a division like within the Nguni side too. So sitting here, he's an ANC member, I'm ANC member, he's an ANC member, card carrying for 35 years. So it can't happen that we support that notion. Worse is there's a king that goes around that says he wants to claim certain parts from the Eastern Cape to the Western Cape and the
Northern
Northern
Cape.
We don't agree with that nonsense. You know why? They are opportunistic people. They are free time revolutionaries. Where were these same people hanging flags before 1994? They're very opportunistic. Now they want to come in a democracy and hoist flags and claim from here to there. Why didn't they do it before 1994 when people really died? Not play. We don't agree with that nonsense.
So your struggle is your struggle the same as the struggle for which is also driven by there's a leader in Western Cape, the Kosatu guy. I forgot his name. He also wants the recognition of Khoi San.
You're talking about Tony Elder.
Tony, yes, Tony. Is
Yes.
it the same thing?
Yes, the recognition for the Khoi.
Okay. Are you sharing it? Besides that, is
You
is everything
You
else
see,
common?
Let me explain it to you better. It's like you have your own mother and father in this household. The mother and father with their 3 kids are very happy. The mother dies. The other mother that comes in with her new kids, herself and the father are now only looking at these kids. But it's our household. It's the only thing that is different. Our mother died. But now our father is deserting us. There will come a time when these kids will stand up when they big enough and they will deal with the rest in that house. You see? The point I'm trying to make is this is the Khoi San struggle. We were the first in this house. We never have said we want all and alone. We said just be fair, be reasonable. You see? So
Keep this for future.
you understand that small Manyaga principle
Yes.
that I want to make.
We must show our children.
You see? So that is what it's all about. We went as far as to say, I even went as to say, forget the rhino that are becoming extinct. Look at us that looks like you that are becoming extinct. You see? We even went as far for the same every forum that you have quoted to say is that you don't know about extinction. 10 white people get killed, call them farmers, for a year. 15 get killed for 1 month, November. And November is not even over.
Okay. Don't you think that if from it's almost 30 years now since the ANC was unbanned, it's more than 30 years now. It's almost 30 years maybe. And also it's close to 30 years or 25 years since democracy. Do you still believe that your struggle, the ANC is still the vehicle to drive the struggle of Khoi people? If you check before 94 and now, are you making any inroads on anywhere?
You see, it's like in your church. Some of the deacons and the elders are doing funny things, but the principle of the church remains.
To get help from
I won't desert my church because of elders. I deal with the elders and the deacons that are taking the church way. You see, the ANC will remain the vehicle. The ANC's time is long not over. Let me give you an example. How many political parties you're talking about 30 years now have been established with the same agenda of the ANC being not the vehicle? Let me start by the UDM. 10 years it have then I go after that, even amongst the colored people, the ID, Patricia Dalal, same, less than 5 years. Then I go to another one, let's say Cope. You remember the hype of Cope? Cope have 1 member here after 11, 10 members. What does it show? You can't form alternative for the ANC based on disgruntledness. Julius Malema gets suspended. He promises people will never go anywhere, will work for the ANC. The next round here, Julius Malema comes, is now the president of a party. But he chose individuals in the party. No political party can sustain itself with an individual's charisma. What happens to Bantu Misa? If he goes on pension or anything happens to him, immediate death. The ANC is not built on Nelson Mandela. I was quoted once to talk about what if Nelson Mandela dies. I say, you see, the beauty of the ANC, it is political education, even through Mandela, that says that there's a collective of plenty. That is what sustains the ANC. 106 years old. You can't become 106 years, 107 years next year and be just in oblivion, you disappear. The ANC have its own goals and own mistakes that it must rectify from the inside. With good opposition, I don't say there should not be good opposition, but not based on individuals' disgruntledness. It can never be.
But issues of culture and issues of crime and issues of land, do you believe that they should be aligned to ANC? Don't you think if so let's say next year DA takes over, you continue with those struggles? They are political and
Let me come in there. I can assure you today. Nova Kunjan, which political party takes over? It's going to take the Freedom Charter of the ANC. It's going to take the policies of the ANC. It's going to take the strategy of the ANC. It's going to be Coke Light ANC. The ANC is the real vehicle. But some individuals have missed the plot. The ANC must be brave and bold enough to deal with those individuals. That is what the ANC should do, to get back to that proper right direction. The problem is we are protecting each other. You see, is this thing of, no, all of us have small manyaga problems. That's the nonsense.
small anyana skeleton.
It's that nonsense. We deal with the small manyaga skeletons. We must deal with them. I can't protect you because I have small manyaga skeletons. I must be dealt with accordingly, my friend.
Sorry. Then, if the struggle for recognition of Khoisan language, culture, land, and history, do you think it will be sustainable if it's still driven by people of your generation? I don't see much of the younger ones. Like you get on issues of free education, you get youth and other subjects, but this one is driven people of your generation.
Let me assist you on that one. I'm by the full belief I must have successes. I'm that type of individual. There must be successes. The point I'm making is we have youth.
Doesn't make you less human.
We do have youth, I can assure you that.
But they are not willing to do this sacrifice.
No, they are willing. Ne? But remember, we're coming from PE. The same youth must go back to PE. We don't even have resources.
Which means they made out.
You see, people come now ne, and they will say, what can we do for you? Here's something, because they hear the plight. Now we are calling on the guys from PE to say, we have petrol money now. Bring our youth so that we can pay for you to go back. I will agree with you. We don't have all the youth convinced as yet. Because the software that Van Riebeek, the clerk, have put into our youth, that they are colours, we must still change the software. That you are, as Steve Biko would say, proud to be black, proud to be colored. We want to make a t-shirt to say, let's face it, you are Khoisan.
But don't you believe that if you are ANC, you are Khoisan, and the youth are DA, as much as they will agree to some point, but as you go along and it gets political, the struggle, and you start to disagree on ideology now, don't you think either you have your own movement which is political also, it drives the agenda of recognition of Khoisan and also other Africans who are marginalized. Like you get Africans, the vendors, the Tsongas who are saying this thing looks like it's for Zulus, Xhosas and Debeles, and they don't get much recognition either
Let me come in there, my friend.
culturally.
I'm from the ANC.
We all have
Mna,
our ways of approach.
I don't keep quiet.
And we thought
Wherever there's wrong, I speak. Within the ANC. I'm from the ANC. Look where I am now.
on Monday,
You see? I'm from the ANC. I was at the union building. I'm from the ANC. I've slept in offices of MECs for not doing their job. I'm from the ANC. I don't have to belong to these opposition parties to make my point.
Tuesday morning they shot
The
somebody.
Premier is going to see us. I'm from the ANC.
A murder.
You see?
The Monday.
Being in opposition political
Monday,
party,
a young
I will be
driver
able
would
to
take
bark,
a
bark,
19
bark,
years old
bark. Nobody will take note. A lion don't take note of a dog that barks. That's why it's called a dog, and you are called a lion. These small manyaga parties,
The crime.
you bark against a 107-year-old party. Let us be frank, it's politics now. Let us be really honest. The moment that the Khoi and the San people create a political party, how do you expect government to address your things? You're a political party and you don't form part of the citizenry that we must look after as a government.
But don't you think it's 25 years now, and your plight is not getting any better?
Okay. It was 400 years before the agency took over for 25 years. Then we got it right after 400 years. I'm saying to you now the most pertinent points have been addressed. There's a bill
They did not die because
and the
they
negotiating
died
mandate
because
was
of
finalized
illnesses
30th of
or because
October.
of illnesses. They
There's
died by
the
barrel
States
of
Essay
guns
General that
through a
says
self-inflicted
you're going to
disease.
become self-acknowledged
As a group.
2021.
Our own
Really now,
killing us.
what more do we want? There's certain things like your equity that is not in place.
Together with politics.
You're going to fight for it as per the Freedom Charter, side by side, until we achieve our liberation. I'm not here for short-term things and running to this political party. That means I want for my own interest, I'm doing these things. I didn't make something here, I must go there. I'm not doing that.
Are we busy
The ideological battle of the ANC is for all people. You spoke about ideological things. The only thing of the ANC that's ideological is pro-poor. If any political party take over tomorrow, I assure you today, will they take away RDP, housing, subsidy? Will they take away the grant and the pension? Will they take away free education? I can go on and on. It's ANC. You understand? Only thing that the ANC must self-correct.
And then the Bill of
And
Rights says
we must
that every
discipline
child
those that
has
goes
the
against the
right
ideology
to
and
education.
the pro-poorness of the ANC.
Every
Is it-
Corruption must be
Is that possible? Can the ANC self-correct?
Now, if the
Let me give you
child
an
doesn't
example.
go to school anymore,
The same ANC is following its processes
then
now
that's
with our new president.
violating the constitutional right
If you
of the
look
child.
at the Soli SARS thing, if you look at the Gigaba thing,
Because the
you
child
see,
can't play in the street anymore. The
don't
child
be in
can't
a
play
rush
public
for
anymore.
people like
Because the child is now scared.
the former minister Dlamini.
Deprive the child
It's
from
going to
being a
get to
child.
that point.
Now we,
But you don't hasten things to come back where you wanted to self-correct. You have done a good thing instead of the right thing.
But don't you think it eats the reputation of your party that they
On the